Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is your boy Pup. We are back with week 4 of the GWA. If you guys didn't check out last week's episode, maybe don't. It was a pretty tough battle for me. Got 6-0'd by that one guy and their Dragapult. A really tough matchup. I don't match up well into ghost types in general, but also just really fast ghost type, which is exactly what we see here on Crep's team. She's 3-0 plus 7. We're 2-1 and now at -1, which is really tough. So we're going to have a really tough time here. I hate this matchup. It's bad. Maybe my team is just bad, but it's kind of fun. But, you know, we're going to try our best here, hopefully do a little bit better than we did against Cart. And I do have win cons in this game. I definitely can win, but I have to get in the right scenario. But looking at her team, I already talked about Spectrier, 130 speed. I mean, just faster than everything on my team. I also have Noivern, which is faster than everything as well, but doesn't provide as much as that immediate offensive threat and setup potential. They have Ogerpon, Wellspring, which is really scary. I mean, just clicks Ivy Cudgel, and I don't have the best resist for that Pokemon. Maybe my own Ogerpon, which takes 1,000,000% to a U-turn. We also have, they also have a Terra Delphox, which has fire, grass, and dragon. I don't think that Pokemon comes in this game. I don't think it's that great, especially when I do have a Goodra that pretty decently walls it unless they're Terra Dragon. And then we, you know, I feel like we should be fine into that. We should run like Assault Vest on Iron Hands to be in a good spot. If Hydreigon, which I am a little bit worried about, you know, just has really great stab into me. Doesn't have the best speed tier since I do have a lot of very fast Pokemon, but it's still annoying. Great Tusk is always a good pick, a great Rapid Spinner, and a great physically defensive wall that deals my Iron Hands decently well. I also have Terra Articuno, Fairy, Water, and Ice. Not much to talk about there. Don't think it's very good in this matchup. Kamala is here. Don't think that's very good when they have a way better spinner 2 slots above. And Empoleon is solid, but I don't think it provides that much utility in this matchup. Galarian Weezing probably does come maybe as a secondary check to my Iron Hands. But it's also just, you know, decently solid in general if they want to have a defogger on their side or set up T-Spikes or something, which my team doesn't really like. And they have a Terra Alolan Golem, which is a Pokemon that I want to use, and it's a very, very scary one if they get a Rock Polish up. Galvanize can absolutely just destroy me. So yeah, the very, very scary team. We're going to have to find a way to deal with all of it, and hopefully we can actually end up getting past them. But first up on the team, I am really worried about Spectrier, so I'm bringing my King Gambit. This Pokemon, it's not like fully Spadef or Assault Vest or anything like that, but it can switch into the Spectrier once. I assume they're going to be some sort of like Hex Will-O-Wisp substitute sort of variant. Looks very, very good into my team. I don't have great ways to stop it, and it makes them a little bit better to break through a Goodra. So I think that'll be what they bring. So I have Lumberry to just deal with that a little bit better. We click Kowtow Cleave into them every single time. Don't want to have to play Sucker Punch mind games. I know Crep is way too good, and we'll definitely predict it, so we're going to try to get around that. Also have Iron Head on this Pokemon. It's solid just to hit the Great Tusk a little bit harder, and also destroys the Galarian Weezing. And then Sword Stance, just in case we need it. I doubt it'll end up getting to that point in this game because they do have so much Sucker Punch playing potential with a lot of substitutes. I feel like they can run Substitute on almost everything this week. Next Pokemon on my team is going to be my win con, which is Tornadus. Nasty Plot agility set should make me faster than everything on their team after an agility. I think even a Scarf Pix. Man, I cannot speak. Scarf Spectrier, we should be faster than. We are Wide Lens, so we do not miss Bleak Wind Storm and Focus Blast. Focus Blast is there for the Empoleon, which is their premier special wall. But if we're +2 with Nasty Plot, we should be able to knock them out if they're not Choppleberry. And, you know, I might be able to break that first with the Focus Blast. They don't do very much damage to me afterwards, but they can roar us. They can click Ice Beam, which will do more damage, but if they're just like Surf or Flip Turn, they really don't do too much. And then at +2, Bleak Wind Storm one-shots every single Pokemon on their team besides that Empoleon, I'm pretty sure. Maybe like an Assault Vest Komala would be able to eat it, but they also don't do very much to me anyways. So, I mean, I just have a lot of HP, so I can easily get that set up. This Pokemon should win the game if we're able to get Nasty Plot plus Agility, but we do have to hit our attacks. Next up on the team is going to be our Rapid Spinner, Avalugg. Only Rapid Spinner on the team for now because I do make some changes after the game to our team. Just because I felt like my team, it matched up bad into these matchups anyways, and I was getting a little bit taken advantage of. A really nice Pokemon dropped that I really wanted to use. But we're keeping Avalugg, which will be nice to have a double spinner next time. But Avalanche Body Press as our dual options. Rapid Spin Recover is solid. It mostly deals with the Ogerpon decently well, and deals with the Great Tusk easily. With the Terra Ghost, thought about doing Terra Fairy, but for one, Heavy Slam on that is really tough for me to deal with. And what else? Why else did I not want to do Terra Fairy? Sludge Bomb on the Hydreigon, I think, something like that. I honestly don't remember. This doesn't deal with Hydreigon anyways. I guess I can spin block them, which is pretty nice if we need to, but I didn't end up bringing any hazards. So tell me why I did Ghost. Literally tell me. I just, really get knocked off. But maybe it's good for Boom Burst, Noivern. Maybe it's solid into something else on their team that I cannot remember right now. But we're just max Fizz Def. There's way too much talk about this stupid Avalugg. Let's go on to our next Pokemon, which is going to be the Iron Moth Booster Energy variant, which is Booster Special Attack. Could have gone Booster Speed to be able to outrun Spectrier. But I do assume that I assume that they probably have like a Scarf Noivern on their set this week. I feel like makes a lot of sense to outrun these Pokemon like the Trailblaze, Ogerpon, the Booster Energy, Iron Moth, Booster Energy, Screamtail, Scarf, Inteleon that all look really, really solid into them to spam attacks. All looks pretty solid versus them. But we have a lot of good moves here. Discharge will hit the Empoleon decently well. Fire Dance is great stab, so is Sludge Wave, which is our most spammable stab. And then Dazzling Gleam will be able to hit the Great Tusk, also destroys the Hydreigon, and should destroy the Noivern as well. Next up on the team is going to be Goodra. We are an eject button variant this week, which is a little bit interesting, but it allows me to take a hit from something like that Ogerpon, potentially like switch in on an Ivy Cudgel, then get a free swap out to like Torn. Or if they overheat with Delphox into my Goodra, I get the free swap out into my Torn and just be able to set up for free. It's really an enabling option for my Torn on stuff like potentially Ogerpon, potentially Hydreigon if they click Draco, potentially on Delphox, potentially on a Great Tusk even. If they want to click CC, I don't think they would want to stay in on Torn very much the next turn. And we have a lot of mixed defenses on this set. It can act as a secondary check to the Spectrier, but if they are like too set up and have too many Grim Boosts, then we cannot break through them at all. Knockoff doesn't really do too much damage to that Pokemon, especially if they are Will-O-Wisp on their variant, so it's really tough. We do have Ice Beam and Thunderbolt as good dual stabs into their team. Hits the Great Tusk and hits the Empoleon, which are the really important things, but also hits the Hydreigon, which I was a little bit worried about on the team, and then the Noivern as well, which we should be able to eat any one hit from that Pokemon in the first place. And then last up on the team is going to be my Iron Hands. Looks very, very solid in this matchup. I even like it as a lead into potential like Noivern that we could see from them, or Hydreigon, I think are solid options into me since I do bluff an Assault Vest. But Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Heavy Slam, just a great combination of stabs plus coverage. Ice Punch is there for the Great Tusk, but it also destroys the Noivern. It's very, very solid into their team. And then we have Heavy Slam, which will catch the Galarian Weezing, which if it comes, I definitely assume that it's for my Iron Hands, because why else would it come to this game? I mean, maybe for my Ogerpon, but we don't bring the Ogerpon, so they should use it as an Iron Hands check. So I can, Heavy Slam on that switch in, probably catch them, be able to 2-hit KO them. If I click Ice Punch into the Great Tusk, it's also a good scenario for us, getting that thing chipped down, and they can never one-shot me with Headlong Rush unless they're super duper like attack booster, some sort of stuff like that. So I like this Pokemon. I have a good amount of speed investment to try to catch the Empoleon and the Weezing off guard. But if they run speed investment on those Pokemon, they can catch me as well, since I do like to be a little bit aggressive with my speed creeps, and I know Crep knows that because we've played like a million times in the past. But I'd really like to get revenge on the BBR playoffs. Feel like I got crit in that game. Maybe it mattered, maybe it didn't. And I hope that I can bring it back. I do have a really good lifetime record against Crep. So I'm hoping that we can, boost that a little bit, and I really need a really nice win for me. And especially it will boost my ego in a really bad matchup when I've been having a really rough time with luck and matchups recently. That's going to be about it. If you guys do enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's get to the battle. Alright, we are connected here to Crep. We do see the Delphox, which is definitely not a Pokemon that I expected in this matchup. Great Tusk makes a lot of sense. No Ogerpon, no Hydreigon. And then, yeah, that Delphox is their Terra Captain. This team makes a decent amount of sense, except for I thought that the Ogerpon was going to come over the Delphox. Makes my Avalugg a little bit worse in this game, but it's not the end of the world at all. It's actually still pretty fine. I really don't like this matchup, though. which is kind of funny. I mean, I really just don't like it. But, you know, we'll see if we can make something happen here. I think either Iron Hands or even Avalugg is a solid lead. I feel like Noivern makes a lot of sense, but I could also see something like the potential Empoleon or the Great Tusk come out. And getting my Terra off early could be nice. It does make me a little bit weaker into like the Spectrier, but that's not too big of a deal. Man, I kind of do want to lead with Iron Hands just off the bat. It goes with so much offensive pressure off the bat. And, you know, if they go Noivern, then I threaten them very much with with an Ice Punch. So yeah, we might as well start off with this. They could end up going out to Weezing. Weezing Galar. I just want to see if this thing is 2-hit KO'd by an Ice Punch into a Heavy Slam. And it's definitely not. 2 Heavy Slams will for sure knock it out, even if they're max physically defensive. But yeah, they're going to lead with a Noivern. I mean, Hurricane or Draco from this guy never knocks me out. They're going to see my Lumberry. That's fine. I think that they would like to U-turn out here. I'm going to go for Heavy Slam, predicting the Weezing to want to come out here. I think I just have to make a play off the bat. Even if I don't get this play right, we're still going to do 50% to this Pokemon minimum. So I'm totally fine with that. And we could see a Draco or a Hurricane. And, you know, a Hurricane won't even do too much, which I like. And we could also see the Empoleon want to come out here on the Ice Punch. I don't know if they would bring it out because it doesn't really force that much progress, though. So they are just going to U-turn like I thought. They do 19 damage. That's a max roll for no physical attack. It's literally the 1 out of 16 max roll. Haze Breath. Okay, nice. So we get the good read on this guy. And they're Babiri Berry. Okay. With Babiri Berry, that still did a ton of damage. They're definitely not full physically defensive. We did, what? That's a lot of damage to that guy. That's 25, 30, 35, 40% to them. Which means they're not really very physically defensive. We definitely knocked them out here with another one. Do I want to read them and go for Ice Punch into the Great Tusk coming out? I really do. And even if they attack me, it's not the biggest deal. I really want to here. I'm going to do it. We might as well. We're just going to go for it. I think it'll be fun. And if we don't get it, then... Oh, they're fast. They're very fast. Because they're going to Pain Split me. That's fine. I mean, at this range, we might even be able to knock them out with Heavy Slam anyways. So I'll go for it. If they want to switch out now into the Great Tusk, that's okay as well. We'll get a little bit of chip off on them. Yeah, that Ice Punch just did right under 25. Do they have any physical defensive bulk? Maybe just a little bit. Like 32 EVs or something. That would kind of check out. They're just going to throw off a Strange Steam. We should live. Yeah, we do. And we're going to Heavy Slam. Do we end up taking it out? Yes, we do. Alright, so that Weezing is gone. It's not like an insane Pokemon to be gone, but it was definitely annoying with it being very fast. I'm assuming that was there for King Gambit. And this Pokemon, obviously, but, you know, a little bit for that Gambit. So we're going to go out to Spirit Walker. That is the Horse. Horse is definitely very, very scary. We have a Goodra here, which can eject button out. I also just have a Gambit that I can go hard out to against this Horse. Spectrier. If they're Choice Specs and throw off a Draining Kiss, which I do think could happen. They're only doing, you know, a quarter. I think we're going to go hard Gambit. If they throw off a Will-O-Wisp, it's not the end of the world as well. Alright, let's see what they do. They're just going to substitute. I think that makes a lot of sense for them to go for that. I thought it might come out. And they're sub leftovers. So sub leftovers, nasty plot, probably. I'm just going to click Kowtow Cleave this turn. They're going to Wisp. We're going to get our Lumberry off. I mean, this thing never beats me 1v1 anyways. So we're going to break their Break their thing right now. Eat that Lumberry. And once they burn us again, if they try to burn us again, Kowtow Cleave at that point probably would not knock this Pokemon out, but it'll still do a good chunk. I even could Iron Head here, which always puts it in range of another Kowtow. Should always put it in range of an Iron or of a Sucker Punch. So I think the play is probably just to click Iron Head here. I don't know if they want to trade this Pokemon for a burn on Gambit. So I'm going to click it, predicting Great Tusk. If they don't, if they just stay in, that's totally fine too. I really don't mind it too much. They might have a lot of defense investment on this Pokemon, or HP or something like that, which would make it a little bit more annoying to not just be destroyed by Kowtow. But they have a tough decision to make. I don't want to see Empoleon. That's the one thing I really don't want to see. Anything else is kind of fine. Maybe I should have just clicked Kowtow again though. But I feel like Great Tusk makes a lot of sense. And I don't have the best answers into Great Tusk at all. They do withdraw though. So we get a good play. I'm pretty sure this is going to be Great Tusk. No, it's going to be Noivern. That's fine. That's definitely fine. We'll take it. And get a lot of damage off on that Pokemon. And then obviously I can click Sucker Punch here. I could see them going for a Roost or something of that nature. I think we just click Kowtow. Even Iron Head I think is fine, but I think we're going to Kowtow here. We'll see what she ends up doing. Crep is a very good battler, so, you know, I got to make all these, like, reads off the beginning. Off the jump like this. Man, I wish I had clicked Heavy Slam instead of Ice Punch, predicting on the earlier wheezing. It would have kept my guy at a lot more health, my hands. But it's not the end of the world. It's really not even that big of a deal at all. They're gonna Super Fang. Okay. I mean, we could have suckered, but we're gonna knock out this guy. That's fine by me. My girlfriend is trying to call. In a battle. Call you in a few. Alright. Hopefully she'll be too understanding of that. See, Fox Dust. This is going to be the Delphox coming out here. This Pokemon is one of their Terra Captains, Fire, Grass, and Dragon. I think it's in my best interest to just hit this Pokemon, if I'm going to be completely honest. I think we just Kowtow. Sucker Punch is also not a horrible play, but I'm just going to click it. I feel like a plot would be scary. Definitely would be, but we do have Pokemon that outrun it. As they are Terra Dragon. Wow. That's definitely not what I expected. And we're going to see Will-O-Wisp. Okay. So we are going to get burned. I wonder if this is a more defensive variant with a Wish. I mean, we didn't do very much there. Not at all. Yeah, they definitely have at least some HP investment. We did maybe like 27-ish% there. That makes me think that they're pretty defensive. They maybe have max HP, or they're just like max Fizz Def on this Pokemon, which would make sense. I think I will just Kowtow again. I could Sucker Punch this turn to get a little bit of extra chip, but I don't want to get burned. Well, okay, I am burned. I don't want to get burned if they click Nasty Plot, is what I'm thinking. But I do have a I have a Moth in the back. I think I'll click Sucker. Okay, we do get the Sucker off. Perfect. We bring this thing to under 50% as they click Overheat. Okay, this gives me a decent opportunity to set up with my Torn. This thing is -2. Torn, I can potentially click Agility. We're gonna go out to Torn for sure. I really like this. Do we need the Agility? The plot is even just a little bit better. I do think we need the agility. Let me go for agility here. They're going to withdraw. We're going to get to +2 with this guy. Snow Shear. It's going to be the Empoleon. If this thing is Roar, then it is an issue. I can't Nasty Plot on it if it's Roar. Or Haze. Let's Focus Blast. I feel like we might see Roar or Haze here. If we see Haze this turn, I might Nasty Plot the next turn. But, you know, I just hope we do not MISS. Good. We hit this. Should do about 50%. We do a lot more than 50%. We get a nice big crit. Love to see it. As they're just going to surf us. That is a good chunk. As they are leftovers. So it kind of looks like they are Spadef. In this endgame, can I just win the game? How much do we do to Spectrier? Spectrier, we don't do quite enough with the Bleakwind without the Nasty Plot. I think I just go for it here. I'm going to plot up. And I'm going to try. I'm going to try to just win it. I feel like their team is very chipped down to the point where we might be able to win with Moth anyways, since we are booster speed. So if they switch, if they roost here, we're in a really good spot. I'd love to see them roost. We're going to plot up in their face. I don't even think an Ice Beam kills me. Yeah, they just surf again. Awesome. Yeah, all we have to do is hit moves, and we should win. Okay, Bleakwind does 27.6 minimum if they're max Spadef. They look like they're just under 30. I think it's better to just go for Focus Blast. We do hit. Perfect. All right, we're +2/+2. All we have to do is hit Bleakwind. We hit Bleakwind 3 times. It's 88% accurate with our wide lens. We hit it 3 times and the game's over. Yeah, this Pokemon definitely goes down. I don't even think if they're Scarf they outrun me. Oh, you are so lucky. You are so lucky. I'm pretty upset about that, if I'm going to be completely honest. Oh, man. That puts me in a terrible spot. I can just lose the game based off of that. Because this Spectrier, now they're +1 attack. Oh, wow. Yeah, Shadow Ball should not knock me out. But man, if we hit that, we just won the game. We get our booster speed off. I know they're not scarfed on this thing, obviously. Oh, we're not booster speed, we're booster attack. Yeah, so we probably still lose. Do I go for discharge? Is that better? Because Goodra can't win it by itself. I think I have to go for a discharge para. I'm going to try. They're going to Calm Mind in my face. That's a disgusting play by them. I really hope they get punished. We should have won this game. All we had to do was hit an 88% accurate move. Yeah, we're just going to get swept by Spectrier. That's really frustrating. I played a really disgusting game yesterday too, where I got so unlucky. And we're just going to straight up get swept by this guy. I'm going to go for another discharge. Shadow Ball is most likely going to knock me out here. Oh man, this is so rough. I hate seeing it come down to something like that. We were wide lens for a reason. 12% chance to miss that move, and we did. All we had to do was hit 3 of them, and the game was over. I'm so mad. All right, they're +2 Spadef now, +3 special attack, which means they definitely knock me out. Please give me some luck. Nope. Okay. Yep, we just lose. My Goodra, it can't eat a hit. but even knockoff doesn't knock it out. Yeah, they're just gonna Shadow Ball. Yeah, it's just, yeah. What am I supposed to do? And we're eject button too, so there's like I can't even go out to it right now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. I played this game very well. I put myself in a position to win, and we just won't. And yeah, Ice Beam Freeze maybe. Like, it is what it is. It's really unfortunate to play great games and just lose because of luck like that. Yeah, so we are eject button. I wish I was red card. Yeah, the game's over at this point. I really just want to forfeit. Do I? I respect Crep a ton, but in this game, I really just want to run. I know I'm taking the time down. It's just, yeah, yesterday I missed 2 90% accurate moves, got crit 3 times, I think. That wasn't even it. There was a lot more in that game, but you know, it's just, you hate to see it happen like that. But yeah, that's going to be about it. Hope you guys did enjoy. See you guys in the next one.